Here we go. Now we should be able to see it now. Doo-doo-doo. Warning, this game will attempt to judge you based on your actions and decisions throughout the course of your gameplay. And today, we are going to be playing Your Canvas by Abi Shumisi, I believe is how his name is pronounced. It's on itch and also on X as well. And he says it's a text-based kind of psychological horror type of game. I've seen the like some of the images of it on the itch.io page. Looks very interesting. So, excuse me. I personally can't wait to give this game a try for you guys, see how you like it, and see how I like it as well based on that. So, with that in mind, firstly, the music is kind of nice and kind of creepy. And it's just a very simple page. It says Your Canvas. I mean, you can't get much more simpler than this, right? So, let's see what we got going on here. See, I already did that already. Use the arrow keys to select. You have to, okay. Use W to fast forward through the text and Q to view message history. So, before we begin, I need to ask you a couple of questions. If that's okay with you, of course. Yeah, that's okay with me. Great. Firstly, I need to know how you see yourself. Show me. Do. Okay. Okay. Let's see what kind of eyes we got here. Guess I gotta go with those. Oh, hold on. And the mouth. Okay. Is this your true self? I mean, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Let's look. Now I need to know what to call you. Will you tell me your name? Of course. It is Al. Do-do-do-do-do. Let's put space. All right. Nice to meet you, Al Omi. You can think of me as your advisor. My job is to find out why you are here today. Interesting. Lastly, Al Omi, do you like being challenged? I mean, yeah. I guess sure, yeah. Okay, that's enough questions for now. So this should be interesting. He's already asked me a bunch of questions and trying to see where my head is at. Okay, I like that. That's my phone. Pardon me. Hope everybody over on Rumble is also watching this and enjoying this as well. That's what I'm doing this for anyway. I will give you this piece of paper with the layout of an empty room. Please feel free to add anything to it at any time. You can think of this as your canvas for creativity. Interesting. And while you think about what you want to add to the room, I suggest that we play a little game. It will be a bit of a role-playing game, so make sure immersed. Whatever you want. Hold shift to look at the room. Oh. So that's actually make up. Hold on. Huh? It said use shift. I guess we can add something. Oh, you want to add something to the room? What shall it be? What needs looking myself to truly understand what resides within is what I would say if I was some wise philosopher. But a mirror is just a mirror at the end of the day. Okay. Hmm. Okay. That's interesting. So I guess I save. Hey, what's up? Let's play that game. Whatever you feel like, mostly. So you can't just put anything you want in there to start. So let's start small. Okay. Okay. Oh, how exciting! This will be a long one, so please prepare yourself. Today's games have a medieval theme to them. Please pick one that sounds appealing to you. The Castle of Lord Hendrik, I guess we can start with that. Yeah, castles are always epics, aren't they? Epic, especially when combined with the excitement of exploring something abandoned. Let's not waste any time then. Okay. Okay. Or at least what it used to be known as. Now it's just a decrepit, dilapidated shell of the honorable days of the king. You are a knight under the rule of Duke Alphonse II. You were assigned to your duty as his guard only recently. A nasty rumor was going on that the problematic or subpar knights were assigned under his care. You were never skilled as a warrior, so you were looked down upon. The Duke was famous for treating his subordinates without much care for their lives. Sending someone on a life-threatening mission for personal gain was a daily occurrence. You were certain that this would be one of those cases. But your mission sounded harmless. The Duke was searching for a student from the local magical academy, An anonymous, too many N's and anonymous in the beginning, source informed that the boy would be hiding in the old castle. You were unsure why, but rumor was going on that a secret prophecy had deemed that the boy a danger to the kingdom. The Duke seemed desperate and scared, so he believed whatever he was told and sent you first thing. You felt bad for the boy, but orders were orders, and you weren't going to fail your first mission. First impressions were important, but especially so when faced with a figure of authority. You weren't given much time to prepare, so you needed to choose your equipment quickly. Hmm, interesting. I guess I'll go with this. You picked the standard equipment. After a bit of walking, you found yourself in the designated area. The place was as run down as you expected, and you were only given a bare map of the surroundings. You resolved yourself and walked towards the castle. Okay. You stand in front of the gates of the rundown castle. The decay of the surrounding area seems to spread like a plague. It looks very overwhelming up close. Time is 3 p.m. Okay. What do you want to do? Uh, Open inventory just in case. Equipped. Okay, so it seems like everything is equipped. Skills. Any skills? I only got dodge. Items. I have absolutely nothing. Go towards the gates. You walk towards the massive castle gates. They are closed. There doesn't seem to be anything you can do to open them. Force them? You push the gates with all your might, but to no avail. Go west. You go to the west. You find yourself surrounded by trees and thick brush. You're in a forest. Okay. Search around. You start to look around for anything useful. On your way through the forest, you notice a large, mysterious tree. It seems to have opened just large enough for you to fit into. However, the path is covered in thorny and sharp vines. Enter anyway. Oof. You can feel the sharp thorns dig into your skin as you enter into the base of the tree. The inside of the tree is surprisingly vast. In the middle of it, you can see something covered by the tree's growth. Okay, you found a talisman of magic. You lost 10 health. The time is 4 p.m. Yeesh. Huh? So wait a minute. Oh, wow. So it's armor. Okay, well, that's bootylicious. So what do I. No, no. Huh. So it's not for me to equip at all. Oof. Wow. Did I search around some more? You had to look around. Was there anything useful on your way through the forest? You found online. Let's see. Okay. Well, I mean, I go north. You run into a large area surrounded by broken down walls. The site suggests that this used to be the courtyard of the castle, now just leftover ruins. You can also see what looks like a back door. You're in the castle courtyard. Okay. It was 4 p.m. What do you want to do? Try the door? You try to open the door, but it doesn't budge. Some sort of magical barrier seems to be keeping it shut. Hmm. I mean, I guess we can go south. You go to the south. I'm just take a brush. Go east. You go to the east. Stand in front of the gates of the rundown castle. The decay of the surrounding area seems to spread like a plague. It all looks very overwhelming up close. Okay, so I guess we keep going east. You go to the east, wandering around, you find some leftover ruins. They look like they might have been a part of a castle in the past. You're in the ruins. Okay, that was 4 p.m. What do you want to do? Search around. You see a lone mercenary looking through the leftover rubble. Approach him. You approach the mercenary. As he gets up, you can see an angry look on his face. He seems to be itching for a fight. The mercenary is growing increasingly more hostile. Give me everything you got. You're not allowed to be here. Please leave. Sheesh. I guess we get a peaceful option. We can try. Chuckles softly. He doesn't seem to be taking you seriously at all. You can see him change his stance to a fighting position, practically inviting you to attack. The battle is over in an instant. You easily overwhelm the mercenary. Oh, yeah, okay, sweet. You can see his bloody corpse left in your wake. You search his body for anything useful. You found a strength amulet. The time is 5 p.m. What do you want to do? Well, I mean, if that's the case. Hey, okay. There's nothing else on him, huh? You notice something hidden under a large chunk of rocks. You find 2 throwing knives. You can hear the sound of bells ringing somewhere nearby. What do you want to do? You still keep searching around. Oh, found a short sword. Okay, cool. Hmm. So nothing I can put in my other hand. Hmm. 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 On your way through, you could see various useful looking herbs around the area or gather some. Do cannabis. Uh oh. It's time to get high. So high. Let's search around one more time. Let's see. Blaze weeds. Interesting. Hmm. Hmm. And you can't equip short sword. Doesn't do anything. No. No. Huh. Hmm. Go north. You run into an out of place blacksmith forge. It seems to have been abandoned long ago. You were in the forge. Mm-hmm. Investigate the forge. You go to investigate. The blacksmith table is old but still functional. I mean, well, look around. You gotta have to look around the small smithing site. A heavy stone sword still sits still on top of the table. Take it. I guess you got a stone sword. You don't find much else except for some nicely lined up arrows displayed as props. Take the arrows. I guess. Use it. Look around some more. You notice a strange trapdoor leading somewhere underground. It looks like an entrance to an underground dungeon or maze. The time is 9 p.m. It is now night. What do you want to do? Let's see. Inventory. Let's see. Sheesh, well, that stone sword doesn't do much. A hard piece of stone shaped like a sword, mostly useless as a weapon. Huh. We can't save, can we? We can enter. The darkness is overwhelming with only a sliver of white light coming in from the entrance. You wonder if this is truly a good idea after all. Continue. You attempt to feel your way through blindly. You seem to be in a stone stairway. After reaching the bottom, you place your hand on what feels like a metal lever. This is starting to feel like a really bad idea. What do you want to do? Pull the lever. As you pull the lever, you hear the sound of numerous gears clinking and moving as an unknown mechanism activates. Suddenly, the entrance is obscured by a large, bulbous mass of flesh. You are attacked by the bloated headsman. the loadal, the bloated headsman brings in the darkness. Hey, I see. You gotta do this guy in. Yeah, come on, bro. What? So that doesn't heal. Noticing the light slip in, the monstrosity retreats into the dark. I see. With the monster gone, the stairway lights up once again, this time reaching the walls and ceiling. You can see the previously activated mechanism running at full force. As you're climbing back up the stairs, you notice a torch on the wall. Take it. You found a torch, okay. The time is 10 p.m. You're growing increasingly paranoid. What do you want to do? That's all it does? Well, that's not a good idea. So there's nothing to really heal you, huh? Whoo. Hmm. I mean, go east. While wandering the forest, you come across a strange sigil on the ground. You can feel magical energy emanating from it. You're in the magic circle. Okay. The time is 10 p.m. You grow increasingly paranoid. What do you want to do? I guess investigate it. You have to investigate. Strangely, it looks brand new, like it was just drawn. You can feel the circle calling to you. I guess touch it. You can see something rising up from the middle of the circle. Magical particles gather around and take unique and strange shapes. Finally, they all combine together to strange, ghost-like entity. You were attacked by a magic specter. Wow. Sheesh. Talk to it. You can hear foreign thoughts inside your head. The specter demands your mana. Refuse. Damn. Oh wow. So it takes you right back to where it was at. Am I going to be healed up this time? Sheesh. Okay. Huh. No. Still killed me. Go back. Game. Oh wow. What? Okay, yeah. I think that something's messed up with the eventing for that. And if you don't, then you can just go back to the menu and start a new game. Of course, you're free to choose to leave as well. Well, what will it be? I mean, uh, uh-huh. We got a lot of magic scrolls. Oh, go on. I got all the magic scrolls, so it's not like it's going to be some kind of random or royal emblem. Grow increasingly paranoid. Huh. Made to represent the glory of the king's empire, the first instance of damage in any fight will be significantly reduced. Chainmail armor, offhand, no. And you can't save here, can you? I mean, we can still search around, I guess. Let's see. Okay, you got a strength envelope. Okay, so it's 11 o'clock. The darkness is slowly eating away at you. I'm not really seeing much of any horror elements in this. At least not of yet. Prepare yourself. Oh, okay. I see. It reveals his other side. Talk to him. You can only hear grunts and moans coming from the monstrosity. Okay, this is BS. Huh? Hmm. Let's try this again, shall we? Hmm. Huh. Huh. Hmm. Maybe you chant it somehow. Hmm. You want to go north? Okay. You wander the night. You come across some rubble in the middle of the road. Some noticeable features like crosses and stained glass shattered or scattered across the terrain suggest this was an old church of some kind. Before you know it, you see a shape running towards you from the corner of your eye. You're attacked by a corrupted hollow. Really? Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Okay. It seems to be a corrupt entity taking over the body of another creature. It seems to be still moving around. Better not interact with it anymore. The monster is dead. Search it. Search it. Leave. Tens of seats fill the halls lit by the outer lights of the sun. The stained glass purifies the cathedral, giving it a divine look befitting of the type of place this is. You decide to sit down at one of the seats and pray. You had doubts coming here, but you soon start feeling the presence of something else in the room. The presence is overwhelming. You don't dare open your eyes, but just sit there praying. You feel the presence next to you, and with a simple touch, it disappears. As you open your eyes, all fatigue seems to have disappeared from your body. Your health and mana have been restored. The time is 11 p.m. The darkness is eating away at you. What do you want to do? What's the reveal? For revealing the secrets of magic to its readers. Lots to be learned by reading it. So why can't I read it? Huh. Go north. You spot a small sized building in the distance. As you engage it, you recognize it as an armory. What could be what could it be doing in the middle of nowhere? You're in the armory. Okay, time is 11 p.m. It's not away at you. What do you want to do? Enter. You go inside. The inside looks abandoned, decrepit even. Most of the equipment has already been taken, but if you look around, you might find something worthwhile. Well, let's go. Hmm. Armor, weapons, charms. Weapons. Staff. What? Bro, come on now. Come on. Still feeding got killed anyway. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. You got some fire arrows. So it gives you like random stuff, it seems. Lightning vial. So my defense goes up. Hmm. That actually might be more worthwhile. Hmm. See, maybe if I can find a magic scroll. Go west. Go west again. Okay. Light slowly begins to diminish as you go further into the thicket. You're in a deep forest. You get a sudden feeling of dizziness. It feels like your surroundings are distorting. You can't get a clear picture of what is in front of you, and suddenly you hear an unearthly scream. Wow. You were attacked by another one? Sheesh, boy. So what the heck? It's a different game. Very interesting. Huh. I see. Hmm. Okay. Huh. So there's no way to save inside of inside of the game that you're playing. You just kind of just stuck just playing a game. Hmm. And I don't feel like starting all over again because I'm gonna have to start over with the name and everything else. I don't know about this one. That monster guy is very hard to freaking try to deal with. Hmm. Let me try something else, maybe. I mean, but you have to go toward because the ruins seem to be the only place where you can find anything that can be of helpful, possibly helpful on this mission. So unless I just supposed to just walk in here, I guess. Let me see. Really? You come across a grate leading into the ground. Underground sewer. Yeah, you can't save. We attempt to open the grate. After the bit before the grate comes off, all matters of foul smells come floating from the within. You want to go inside. The dung-filled sewer. Sheesh, smells enough to ward off anyone not determined, but you have a mission to fulfill. Sheesh. My dog on pants leg rolled down to scare the hell out of me. Made me jump. Moving through the muddy and filthy gutter makes you feel as if you're being watched from somewhere. Suddenly, those moves from some piles of junk, it becomes a very large blob of waste by the sewage waste. Come on, sheesh. A slime, basically. Again? Hmm. Hmm. So I have more attack, which is fine. I gotta. Oh, come on, bro. Thank you. What? I didn't get healed? Oh, come on. What the hell? And I missed too. Mm-mm. Yeah. It says it's supposed to be scary and it has psychological and horror, but I'm not really seeing anything all that scary or psychological in terms of horror. It's just basically, at least from what I saw from here, um, maybe just a bunch of more or less a kind of a text-based type of a gameplay type of thing. You kind of go here. Not that that's a bad thing, but it's definitely not something that I would consider to be like horror. I think so. I mean, I guess if you say it's a text-based game, yeah, but I haven't seen anything that's um, all that scary. The enemies that you're fighting here are kind of annoying, and you're not really given. I mean, at least with the amount of time that you're giving us and the items that we are given, we are not really given ways of actually beating that particular enemy that keeps coming up at midnight. Everybody else, but even when we beat those guys, we're not really given much of anything. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe it could have been bad RNG on my part. Who knows? But there should be a way that I should be able to beat or deal with that particular boss with what I have or what I may be given, or at least be given a more chance. And from what I'm seeing here, I'm not really given much in terms of that. That one church, I don't know why the church didn't heal me. Maybe I missed something. Not really sure what happened. Uh, I can understand you're trying to put a little bit of RNG in here, but maybe in some places, either A, give us a place where we can save again, so we don't have to start all over again. Because seeing as how we already had opened the stuff up already, the map doesn't change back to what we had. So if that's the case, you might as well just let us save, so we can go back to where we were at with what we had saved to avoid that kind of confusion. Because if you have us just start from quote unquote the beginning, then somehow or another you would have to, I guess, I don't know, figure out a way of removing all the places that we already had already. I'm not really sure what you would want to do with that. Um, I mean, you get kudos for having your own art, having your own music, but I'm not really sure that what you're presenting here is something that will be considered psychological or horror. More or less kind of like a text-based adventure, yes. Maybe kind of dungeon crawlery, maybe, but nothing that really is kind of in that same vein of horror. You know, I was expecting one thing. Unfortunately, this particular game doesn't have that in it, and that's a shame because I really was expecting something a little bit more along the lines. I don't know. I didn't know what I was expecting. Something like maybe, hmm, like especially with all the questions you were asking, uh, maybe something that actually would kind of mess with my mind a little bit. This, at least from this particular, I guess, game within it or mini game or whatever, um, is not doing that. Now, I don't know if there are other parts of the game that will do this, but from what, at least from what I'm experiencing with this, that is not the case. And it's kind of seemed like I'm stuck in the same kind of repetitive cycle of always having to fight that guy just for me to have to lose at the end of fighting him all the time, and that's not very fun. I don't really enjoy that. So I try to give it more chances. Now I will give you that it is definitely very interesting, especially what you're doing with it. You're showing that there's some randomness in the choices that you're giving here. But I don't know if you're giving the player enough to actually meet all of the challenges that are presented. If the RNG isn't right, you're going to have a hard road to hoe fighting that guy, the hitman, especially when he has his healing side out as well. And he doesn't really have anything much else to help him. You know what I mean? Like say, I don't know, maybe give him more of a chance where he can give him better weapons, give him better armor, um, maybe some kind of way where he can add some kind of effects to his weapons and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know what you would need to do to kind of balance that part out. Uh, but that's a puzzle that I don't think that many people will want to keep trying to figure out all the time. You know what I mean? It'll get real annoying real quick, and you don't want to really annoy your player that much, especially when they're trying to play your game for the first time. Um, that's pretty much all I can really suggest with this. You might have to do a little bit of retooling, rebalancing, and also in this regard, you may even just want to just say what revamp the genre that this particular game is in, but because this is not psychological horror, at least from what I have seen. I'm gonna say it again. At least from what I have seen, it is not. Now, unless there were other parts of the game that unfortunately I have missed that I have not played, that are. But this is not. Unless you're having the person go through all of this to lead to something down the line. And if that's the case, I don't know. I don't know. Unless you're trying to get like enough of figure out enough of a person that you can actually use some kind of an element that this can be used as part of the psychological horror at the end, if they're going through all particular games or something like that. I don't know. But in this particular case, then this game is way that little mini, I guess the little mini game, a little bit too long for my taste. And it's kind of annoying. You might want to either condense it down and let it actually get to a point where the player can actually get through it quickly to get on to what may be the psychological horror elements within your game. Because if they're bogged down trying to complete this, then they're going to completely miss whatever you may be intending to have either later on or throughout the game itself. So then that is probably my suggestion then for that, if there's anything afterwards. So with that being said, maybe other people can find the things that I missed by playing this themselves. If that is the case, I will leave a link for this game for the people on Rumble, for you guys. I will also leave this for the people who are going to be watching the edited version of this on YouTube. And you guys can give it a test, see what it is. Maybe there's other feedback that you guys can give to help make this game much better. Because I mean, what you did have there was interesting. It just seems a little bit more tedious, and I don't really feel like trying to dig through all of that. Hello, Colo Coco. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Indeed, I do appreciate that. but yet it seems that it's a little bit tedious, just a bit. And I'm not. It's not something that I really want to kind of dig all the way through just for that. It just seems like more of a slog and not really something that I really feel like exploring. You know what I mean? So hopefully, maybe if others play this and they may be able to dig through some things that maybe I did not find, or maybe their RNG may be better, and they can actually give you more of a broader view than what I can, unfortunately, at this particular point. But I want to thank everybody for coming out for this. If you are watching this on Twitch and you did enjoy it, hopefully you will have followed. And if you do, please feel free to, number one, follow me. And if you would like, maybe even subscribe. That would be great. It does help. I'm currently at 83 followers. Thank you for every one of those. I'm trying to at least get to 100. So thank you for that. If you're watching this on Rumble and you enjoy it, also follow me there. And also consider giving me a subscription there as well. Every little bit helps. And if you are watching this recorded and edited version on YouTube, please feel free to hit that thumb, subscribe, ring the bell, ring it again, get all the notifications so the algorithm can bless your boy and and my channel can continue to grow. So this again was Your Canvas. It's a game by Hugh Missy, I believe what his name is. I'm sorry. It's a weird name, so it's not something I'm used to saying. You'll find him on Itch, I believe. Again, leave a link to it on Rumble and also on YouTube. Twitch, I could leave it there, but unfortunately, they delete stuff after a while, so I won't be able to leave that there for very long or with anything. So if you're watching on there, just follow me on either on YouTube or follow me on Rumble, one of the two. Or if you're watching this on X, be sure to follow me there as well. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. God willing, we will have some true horror tomorrow. We're going to be playing a game that I did play the demo of, and I really enjoyed. I thought it was really cool. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. But until then, you guys be safe. You be sane. If I don't see you again tomorrow, hopefully we will meet again for more RPG Maker goodness. You guys be safe. Bye-bye.